Hi, this is DH Dunn, and I'm here to ask myself a very basic question. Can I lope 10 days on a clean slate? We're on the second attempt. The game says day 1. It's like, okay, 4 hours to day 2. Weirdly, I feel like this is our best one. We are on that second day, basically. So we're going to drop everything. We went an entire day with no matches. And we basically took no damage. I've given this some thought as to what I want to do going into today. The first thing I would like to do, depending on weather, always depending on weather. The first thing I want to do is quickly run to Ravine. Actually, no, I changed my mind. The first thing I want to do, because I remember that, no, Ravine was my full plan, is I want to go into the dam and get water. Now, we're going to have to use Safe House customization to see in the dark. I've decided I'm okay with it. It's kind of like fumbling around with your hands, which is something you could have done. I have done this in the dark. I have made it to the toilets in the complete dark in the past. I practiced. But got a lot going on this morning, so I don't have time to play around with that. So I am going to use this exclusively to get into here. Now, someone asked, could you just take some of the water and leave some of it for tomorrow? I think absolutely yes. I would say yes, absolutely. That seems like a valid option. Is the toilet gone? Did they take it away? They might have taken it away because they figured out we were using this. Yeah, I'll have to come back here in the light. But it looks like it's gone. That's funny. Trash can. Even with this on, this is confusing. Yeah. Let's see if I can reorient myself. Okay, we're coming into the bathroom this way. This is, should be. Oh, wait. Does it not? Hang on, that's the thing. Is that it doesn't give you the toilet. This may have been a pretty big misfire. I can't fully tell what I'm looking at. These are mirrors. Okay. Frame. This is the third stall. There's the toilet. I think that other toilet is there, but you know what? I'm just going to call this and get out of here. I have spent too much time in here already. Okay. Now I feel like what I want to do.
My fingers feel numb.
Is probably head back into the trailer and warm up again. Well, that was a boondoggle and a half. I might have spent more time on that on my own, but recording, I don't like making people watch me fumbling around in the dark. I get very impatient with it. We can't sleep again, so I guess we're gonna go, even though we're not that warm. I wish the foggy weather meant we were warm, but since we're naked... Okay, so we're gonna head to Coastal.
I need to find food.
I debated between Coastal and PV, and I felt like Coastal, I liked that option more because of the fact that I didn't have to go through the dam to get there, and I wouldn't have to go through a cave to get there, and you know, in case I didn't find any matches or fire, which felt likely. The downside of this option is it's going to take a lot longer.
Can't feel my feet.
There's a lot of places I'd like to check here, but I feel like I don't really have the time to get cute. If it was warmer, or if I was warmer, if I had been able to spend more time warming up, I might do it differently. Did get some fun questions yesterday, I think from Trooper Bari, about long-term play of this, like how would you handle curing and things like that. I the idea that somebody would try this, someone else would try this, is super fun, but that someone would try it, you know, with the idea of living long enough to cure. So basically what I thought of was that, first off, the question was, could you loot something and drop it, let it cure, and then loot it again? And I feel like you can, because it's changed now. It's kind of a different item. So I feel like that's fine. And then I felt like, well, but what's the point? You know, what's the point of... No, speaking of what's the point? What's the point of doing that if you're going to, what, make the bow for one day and then drop it? You'd need to have a rule that allowed you to keep the bow. I'm going to move the mic here. So I thought maybe you keep anything that you've crafted. You didn't loot that, you made it. So maybe you can keep that. That would allow you to craft some items, but not all. There are some items, you know, some of the larger clothing items take too long. They take more than 24 hours to craft, and so therefore you would not be able to keep them. It's an idea. It's a thought. If anybody wants to play around with that, I'd love to hear how it goes for you. I would have loved to check the cave, but I feel like we don't have time. These are on the way, so... Matches in Coastal Highway, not guaranteed to my knowledge. But there's enough toilets that we may not need them. I might be able to pop over to this quick. No. Stay on task. Stay on target. We know there's guaranteed matches in DP. We know where a can is in DP now. Thank you. And we know where matches are in Pleasant Valley. Like I was saying yesterday, I feel like by keeping the focus really small,
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
you know, how do I get through today? But I guess I am doing a bit of long-term planning as well. And somebody posted that this kind of became a toilet challenge of without fire challenge, and yeah, it is that. It is that. I'm realizing that is the part that makes it really hard. Naked, I mean, I've done 10 days naked. You can do naked. The problem is not having fire, and the big thing that fire takes away from you is water, because water does twice as much damage, or thirst does twice as much damage as hunger. And hunger is just easier to solve. You can just grab crap and eat it. You don't need any way to make it. Particularly early. I do love how quiet he is walking on the snow in his bare feet. I can't even imagine. Oh, the fog loaded in. That was neat. Now, I have not turned on the graphical enhancements. I've been a little nervous to do that just because I have very limited time to record, and I have, you know, kind of a daily goal, and I don't want... Oh, the pieces fall anyway, though. I just saw that. I don't want to introduce, you know, something I have to troubleshoot and work out, so I'll turn it on eventually. Is my PC high-end enough? I don't know. I haven't looked at the specs. The reaction to the graphical enhancement seems mostly positive. I have seen some people say that they don't like that. They feel like it looks kind of spray painted, the snow textures on things, but most people seem pretty happy with it. Koru seems very happy with it. I mean, to be honest, because it's stylized graphics in the first place, which I think is a brilliantly smart idea, rather than going photorealistic, you get dated fast. By going stylized, the game gets a timeless quality. I thought it's just super smart. I already think it looks good. It's so weird to have deer up here. And bunnies. Wow. This thing is the new Camp HQ. Alright, well, we got here. So there's that. I'll take a rock.
I'll die if I don't get some food.
Yeah. I got some food for you, okay? You're probably going to find a morsel or two in here. And this trailer is actually warm, which is amazing. Because we are buck naked. I've always said buck naked. I have heard many people say butt naked. And I think it's buck naked. I think butt naked is something that got added over time. Well, maybe it makes more sense. Oh, that's so sad. There's so many recent runs where I would have wanted a can opener. Oh, we're not warm. Never mind. We were warm for half a second. It does that sometimes. We'll be warm in a bed. Yeah, go ahead and sleep too. Now, normally I would rush out of here. Rush down to the coast. Start looting everything. Why? What's the rush? Where's the fire?
I've never been so hungry in my life.
You were this hungry like 2 hours ago. Okay, Captain Hyperbole, you're fine. Go check in here. Now, I'm pretty sure the way the new wildlife rules work, I could be wrong about this. Actually, I am wrong about this. The fact that there's deer up here raises the possibility that there could be wolves up here. But there are some area where post-wildlife refresh, it still is always deer. So, no, I don't think so. Yeah, there was nothing up there. Alright, well, let's warm you up again. I don't care if you're starving at the end of this. I think I want to run down Bear Creek. I think grabbing all the cattails that way is a good move. But it's going to take longer. And there is a trailer that I know I can get to if I go more towards the center of Coastal. And then I don't get cold. Yeah. I think we're gonna do that. We can certainly sprint plenty. There's a wolf up here sometimes. I've said this before. I think I may have even said this in this series, but I do really like Coastal as a map. I think it's a lot of fun. Well, I've never done this before, so where are we going? Don't know. Well, I think I went by the trailer I wanted to go to. Yeah, I did. This is very fast. I didn't know you could get down here this quickly. All right, well, the hell with it. This is where we are now. And I ended up doing the thing I always do in Coastal, which is just kind of book down. Get to the water. Or get to the edge of the ice. Not the water, not the, like, ocean, but get down to the road. That's what I meant. And just figure it out from there.
Cold.
Oh, that's good. And we haven't eaten our cattails yet. Not many of them.
Wait. I'm so cold, I'm warming up again.
Yeah, you're fine. We ended up kind of by Bear Creek anyway. Weather permitting, we could warm up and check some of that out. Excuse me. Now, they did change the color here, which I really like. Look at that. I love that this is yellow now. That's nice. Couldn't anything be warm? Oh no, I can't see.
I could eat anything.
No, now I'm stuck here. I mean, you've got enough cattails to get through the night. Why are we doing it this way? Well, that means we're done looting. Trick, though, is we're not very tired. I guess sleep 3. And barring an Aurora would be fantastic. We're going to have to pass 2, sleep 1, pass 2, sleep 1, get through the night, drop everything. Get every last drop out of this water we got. Pass 2. If we get an Aurora, we'll see it. That'll be nice. Sleep 1. Pass 2. Sleep 1. Pass 2. No. No, I said pass 2. So sad. We got here again without matches, without taking much damage. All right, go ahead and
gotta eat soon.
Technically, the sun isn't completely over the top yet. Finish your water. Drop everything. Okay, now we can loot. I don't know why I took that.
Plant fuel. Could be
Same.
useful.
Don't know why I took that. Okay. I like the yellow cabin, though. I'm a fan. Yeah. Not a fan of this. Other than the fact that it allows us to get somewhere. We could run down the road in this. That actually probably will be good. The hardest part about being naked is just that you're just never warm in any location, or in very, very few locations. It's annoying. Okay. Check over here quick. The Zipola. Run over here. Candy bar. That's it. A candy bar. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I guess check the trash can. Okay, so a couple different directions we could go. I like the idea of jackrabbits and misanthropes. We're not going to find any food, like... Well, we're not going to find any cattails. We can check some fishing huts on the way. I don't want to go to Quonset today. There's also beachcombing. Don't see any wolves yet. Okay, they're over there.
Can't feel my hands.
Yeah, you're cold. I get it. You get it? I'm on board. Don't want to go to Quonset today.
I'll die if I don't warm up soon.
And if we go to DP, we really got to think about it because you could get stuck there. We can go to PV and that can lead us to other locations. If we go to DP, we're in DP and then we got to come back through Coastal to get out. Until I have matches, there's not a lot of point in picking up sticks. I don't know why I then picked up tea. Okay, we are actually warm here. I want to go here first and be sad. Sometimes I find matches on that table.
I'll be hungry later.
Yeah, we can have that. So this is nice. This is a building where we can be warm without staying in bed. So we can be warm while we allegedly accomplish something else. Come on, Jack. Jack Rabbit. That's the guy who lived here. Jack Rabbit. He didn't leave me anything. That's a lot of water. That's good.
I think I can use this.
I'm laughing because I argue with Nocturnal Druid and Trooper Bari, I think, and a few other folks about the Aquatabs. So I already have my water. I don't need it. So by leaving them, I could conceivably use them again. All right. I don't have any use for this flower.
I thought I'd be dying from starvation.
Yeah. Dying from starvation. I get it. Yeah. You want your tomato soup? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? Sure, go ahead. There you go. Now sleep 2. Have a drink. Let's see if we can do some beach combing. Weather's kind of gross. We can visually sight too. I'm not picking up fish if I don't find a flare or some way to make fire. Like, that's a fish. That's spray paint. Unclaimed wood. Nothing. Sure.
Never thought I'd be dying from starvation.
I don't really need it. I don't know why I took it. Thanks. Alright, the hell with it. We're grabbing cattails. There's a locker over there.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Yeah, I have a thought about that, Will. But that's nothing, because we're too close to the salt water. Can you? Thank you. Now we're cold.
Too cold to think.
Man, well. I wish you had more sprint. I see you up there, big boy. He's sleeping. Good to know. Now I know I won't run into him. I'm not great at finding this little cabin. I missed some cattails too, but There's more than one. One of them is sometimes burned out, though. In fact, one of them might always be burned out on Loper. I'm not sure. Alright, save some for tomorrow. See if you can see the... There it is, there it is. So there is a cabin, anyway. Hello, dear. I said save fun for tomorrow. What are you doing? Jeez. Oh. Not warm, but warm in the bed. Let's warm up. All right, we'll give this the once over.
This'll come in handy. Just what I need.
That I'll take. The boots I left with the idea that I can use them in the morning. All right. Eat those. Eat these. Not all of them. We're gonna need to pass some time. I don't love it.
My fingers feel numb.
Yeah. You're cold and stuff. I get it. Okay, let's see. We could sleep 3, but I'd rather pass 4. Well, I slept 4. Whatever. That's what I really wanted. I knew what I wanted. Okay, so we've slept 4. Great. Good job. Let's do a little reconnoiter. Oh, great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Can you get on the roof of this? I feel like you should be able to. Yeah, you can. Cool. Neat. Oh, well, that was fun. Well, now I know I can get on the roof of that. Now, this cabin went way up in value to me. Okay, what am I gonna do now? Pass 2. A lot of passing time in this. It's not great. But the goal is to live. All right, let's see. Let's eat the rest of the cattails. Because then it becomes food that we stored. We can keep it after we drop everything, because we already ate it. I'm gonna lose it anyway. No reason to keep it for tomorrow night. Go ahead and drink. All right, good job. Now we're gonna do the old pass 2, sleep 1. I wish I could heal more is the thing. Could we pass 4? I hate how much resources that uses, but we were going to pass 4 anyway. Drink again. And now you should be able to sleep 3. Maybe we get a bit more healing that way. Okay. Drink the last of the water. Pass 2. Sleep 1. I'm gonna call this one here. Let's see where we're at. Day 3. Day 3, I think we're very close to day 4. And the PB for me in this mode is 5. And I think we got a strong shot at getting past that. So we will pick this one up again tomorrow. And I'm having a good time with this. If you are enjoying this series and you could give me the like, comment, subscribe, those do all really help me. I'll be back tomorrow with more adventures in the long dark. Until then, please stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.